Mastering Modal Verbs in Passive Voice, a Teacher's Assessment Guide. Hello there, language enthusiasts. Welcome to today's video. Today, we will delve into a topic many find intriguing and challenging: modal verbs in passive voice. But, instead of learning it as a student, you'll be looking at it from a teacher's perspective. You're going to learn how to assess your students' understanding and usage of modal verbs in passive voice. So, let's get started. Before you can effectively assess your students, you must first have a firm grasp of the topic yourself. Modal verbs in passive voice are used to discuss a range of situations, such as giving advice, making predictions, and expressing necessity, while focusing on the action, not who performed it. Remember, the passive voice is all about the what, not the who. When assessing your students' understanding of modal verbs in passive voice, it's important to focus on a few key areas. First, check if they can form sentences correctly with the structure modal verb plus be plus past participle. Then, evaluate their comprehension. Can they discern when it's appropriate to use a modal verb in the passive voice? Lastly, look at their fluency. Do they use these structures naturally in their conversations or written work? So how do you actually assess these components? There are a variety of techniques you can use. 1. Written exercises. These could involve sentence transformations, gap-filling exercises, or essay writing. These tasks help to examine their understanding of the structure and comprehension. 2. Oral exercises. Conversations or presentations can help you gauge how fluently your students use modal verbs in the passive voice. 3. Peer assessment. Encourage students to correct each other's work. It often aids their own understanding. 4. Self-assessment. It can be valuable to have students reflect on their own progress. Do they feel confident using modal verbs in the passive voice? After the assessment, providing constructive feedback is vital. Highlight both areas of success and where improvements could be made. Remember to provide clear examples and keep the feedback focused on the objective: mastering modal verbs in passive voice. And that's a wrap. As teachers, understanding and evaluating modal verbs in the passive voice can be tricky, but with these tips, you are now equipped to help your students master this aspect of English grammar. Remember, consistent practice and constructive feedback are the keys to improvement. Until next time, keep teaching, keep inspiring.